Hey, Allison,
Hey.
it's a awesome, beautiful Wednesday, May 13th.
13th.
Yeah, we had Mother's Day last weekend. I'm like super excited. We have a guest today. We haven't had a guest in a while,
Yeah.
and she's been preparing all week for this.
hmm
It's a big deal,
As have we.
as have we, which is super normal. So are you ready to do the podcast?
Yeah. Are you going to say the thing?
Hello, my name is Chris King. I am a licensed therapist, and today I am stuck in my head. Allison, cue the music.
Playing the drums. I don't know how to play the drums. But this
Okay,
is my favorite song.
okay, well, it's been a super interesting month. So Holland Hall, the school in which your family is involved in,
Yes?
and I have a relationship with, they have a longstanding tradition of what I think they call it senior internship, something like that. And so seniors in high school who are graduating have to like connect with a local business or ministry or entity, nonprofit, and spend a week working with them, doing various things, learning things, maybe making a contribution. And to be honest, I had been approached by various people in the community to participate in this program in the past.
Oh.
And I want to just speak to that and the fact that I'm very honored that that would be the case. Also, my answer has been a consistent no. Like, because I don't like doing extra stuff.
Fair.
Just don't. I have raging ADHD. I can't keep track of things. I feel like that if I have an intern, there's a pretty good chance that that person is not going to have a great experience because I just have a hard time like framing it up. We don't have the structure set up. So
Yeah.
my answer's been like a consistent no. Until Ryan Myers, I don't know what he did. I don't know what he convinced me, like what concert tickets he bought me, or what barbecue brisket is waiting in my fridge. I don't know. I don't know what he did, but he talked me into doing it this year. And I gotta say, like it's working out. Yeah. So this is Harper Jones. She is the official Holland Hall intern at GPS Therapies. And she's been with us for, gosh, for like 3 days now.
Yeah.
And we're going to go the distance, which means we're going for another 2 or 3 days, and then it'll be over.
And
So
then she'll be a licensed therapist on the
it's
other
not,
side.
yeah, you guys didn't know how that works, but it's not that hard, really. So Harper's going to like sit through our whole episode as an internship experience, but added double bonus because we don't just give you like the regular stuff here.
No.
We give you the extra stuff. Yeah, it's like a whole nother level. And Harper is also a guest because our topic today is super relevant. We're talking about kids leaving the house. In fact, I'm thinking we might even do two because we started looking up the information, kind of thinking about our own personal experiences. Like there's just like a crap ton of stuff that comes with this, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So framing it up, Harper, welcome. Glad you're here. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna do our thing, and then we're gonna like ask you some questions here in a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, cool. All right. Allison, what's been stuck in your head?
What is in my mind kind of fits nicely with our topic today because for like 45 seconds, all five of the Myers were back together. The band was back together.
Yeah.
The boys came home from college on Friday, and then Reese left again this morning. So now it's down to four. But because he's going to work at New Life this summer. So he
Okay.
literally was home for like 3 days, 4 days.
And what was that like for you? I'm assuming blissful.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's like, I forget how quiet the house, like, they're not loud people. That's not what I mean, but just the noises of other people. Like, our dog is so happy when, Like she's so anxious, our dog is. And she's like, "Yay, all the people that I'm supposed to herd are here." Merrick is the most happy. She's the most happy.
Sure.
Like just thinks they're the best. Obviously, Ryan and I are so glad they're there. And just for like a second, I'm like, "Oh wait, it used to be like this all the time."
Yeah.
And then they go away again.
I know. It's thematic. I mean, honestly, if I was to kind of think about what was stuck in my head, it was the same exact stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, people at our stage of life, like having the kids come back, and it makes me think about how, our parents or the in-laws or whatever feel when we come around.
Yeah.
So Eli surprised us. Yeah,
Which in this digital age is hard to do.
I know. Like, so Friday, I think we were just like kind of like settling in, watching a little TV and just kind of like starting to chill
Yeah.
for the weekend, which, we both work hard and have fairly stressful jobs. And then the door just opened and I heard Happy Mother's Day. And it was Eli and Gracie. And I'm like, and our hearts just like fell to the floor out of gratitude. It
They
was,
left.
it was like the heavens opened,
I know.
you know? I
And
mean,
they don't get it. I don't think they will, but they have no idea you have no idea, Harper, what your presence does for us.
what else you do? You know, no, you don't.
You can't know. You can't know because you can't know what you don't know. And I'll tell you one other thing, also very fitting for this time of year that's stuck in my head. Grad parties.
Oh, yeah.
I've been going to about a million of those. And apparently, we need to be talking to our financial planner in addition to a wedding. We should apparently also be saving for some sort of extravagant grad party.
Oh,
I've gone to so many grad parties. I was like, this is nicer than my wedding reception. All of all of these are nicer, and they're girl parties. The boy parties are nice too, but not like the girl parties. And I can't figure out if the parties are for the kids or for the moms, for the other moms. Do you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, but they're very nice parties. Harper, you've probably had one of these nice parties.
I just had mine.
You just had yours. There you go.
Yeah,
Makes you a really great youth worker, by the way. The fact that you go to these. I
thank
mean,
you.
when I had that opportunity, I just said I can't play favorites, so I didn't go to any of them. I went to them.
Yeah.
And you're going,
Well, I lead the senior small group.
oh, you got to do that.
And so, like, I've been with these kids for a long time, and I love their parents. And so I got to show up. And that's what I'm saying. The money, there's like swag.
Oh, there's like gifts.
Like, I got a koozie with these guys on it, with my little small group boys on it. There's like party favors.
I haven't bought food on the weekend in 3 weeks because I
Good
just
for
bought
you.
a bunch of party
Party hopping.
and served the food there.
That's the way to go. That's the way to go.
That's amazing. Well, so what we did that made it even just so great was my brother-in-law brought the grandparents down who aren't able to come down on their own now.
Yes.
And so I put the ping pong table in the driveway. And so we cornholed and ping ponged outside and we had hideaway pizza. Like we just
Yes.
we didn't make anything.
Yes.
And so all we did was just like sit in the shade and the dogs stayed out there and did not run off. They just hung out. I played catch with my boys for the first time since they were like in high school. And
Yeah.
my body didn't fall apart, which is, that's a win.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just awesome.
Dreamy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else stuck in my head. Oh, I guess maybe the only other thing is that like last night, for some reason, the news came on, and my wife and I,
For some reason, doesn't it come on every night around
for some
6?
reason that our television was on this, I guess because of a basketball game or something, and the news
Oh.
came on. It was like something that was odd. We're like, oh, we don't watch TV anymore, and the news comes on.
Right.
we did, and it was all so terribly awful. They were
Mhm.
like, why are we doing this? And so we turned it on, and I said, let's just kind of like watch something on YouTube. Sometimes we like to watch, like, this is gonna sound weird, like gravel riding races and like things that everyone's YouTube thing, their thing that's like their little niche.
Oh, believe me, I know.
Yeah. So like Kristen and I have a show. We have two shows on YouTube that we like. One is called The Impossible Route. And it's about these guys, these mountain bikers and gravel guys that like dream up these impossible feats. And then they're sponsored by Canyon Bikes and they follow them. Like they had like a Mojave Desert Impossible Route, or they did one in Bolivia where they almost got kidnapped. And so they're really fun and interesting, and they look terrible and it's crazy. So I'm like, let's watch one of those. And so like a couple of months ago, I was like, I got tired of paying for premium YouTube TV because I'm like, I got just YouTube, because YouTube's free. But I got really tired of seeing ads, so I started paying for it.
Yeah.
So ad free. And so that's like, whatever, $17 a month. But then I started like being a little bit of a turd about our budget and being like, we shouldn't have so many subscriptions.
Yeah.
We don't need them all. So I, trying to lead by example, cut the YouTube premium. And so I'm like, let's watch something. And so as soon as we cut over to there, it was like an ad for like the limited. You know what I mean? Something that I'm like, and it was like 60 seconds and it was like pulling teeth. And we're looking at each other like, can't tolerate this. And she said, you won't pay $15. I'm like, you paid $60 for lunch the other day. Like what is wrong with you? And I'm like, I'm just trying to be budget conscious. Well, like, after I went to bed, I renewed my YouTube premium
Yeah.
because I couldn't stand sitting around for 60 seconds watching a limited ad.
I know. Once we've had a taste of the good life, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. This is true.
Because we didn't like, that's all, like we grew up with commercials, Chris.
I know.
It was like, I'm gonna run to the bathroom, yell when it's back on. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
That's what we did.
So we're super spoiled. And so that's about it that's been stuck in my head. Next segment, the orientation cycle book. I'm halfway through done with my read, adding some things. Some of helpful friends, maybe you, are going to get copies to check out. We're feeling excited about it.
Do you have cover art?
The cover art is going to be photographs of me and or some kids walking down the road to the land that I grew up on.
Nice.
Yeah, because it's personal. It's a personal story. So yeah. So if you guys can remember, like, the idea of the orientation cycle, and that is that everything is in a relationship and all problems are relationship problems. And so when we look at problems that way, understanding where we are and coming to like a radical acceptance of our position, our location, that is kind of everything. It's what you see in a 12-step meeting. It's what you see in a mental health assessment. It's what you see in confession in the church. Here's the truth. I got nothing. This is what's real. It is what you say. It's what you see in an intervention on television, or maybe you've been through one of those. The truth, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, is always the place from which to start healing and growth. And so then we talk about in the book about ways to do that. And it's been a really fun project. I'm looking forward to sharing it. So, yeah, it is. And also you gave thumbs up, which only helps the people that are watching, which is like your family.
I know.
And last week, if you remember, after I told the story of my jersey blowing apart, I think, were so in so much shock and awe that you answered on our podcast many times in grunts and one-syllable words.
I think it was just head nods.
It was head nods, which I find odd for you, but hey, we all go through periods in our lives.
Yep.
So Alison, I have a question for you.
For me?
Yeah, I do. It's not
What's
a
the question?
in your head. Okay. What was it like for you sending kids away to go to college? The theme today is the impact of kids leaving for college or leaving home. How do the families adjust? And what's it like for those kids? And like, how do we handle that from a mental health perspective, a relationship perspective? And we're going to give you, listeners, we're going to give you all the answers that we think of in the moment. And then
Yep.
all the other answers are available on the internet. You can look it up, it's fine.
They're just out there for you to find.
They're absolutely out there. So my question for you is like, A, have you done it? P.S. I know the answer. B, if you've done it, what was it like for you?
Yeah. Yeah, I did it.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Well,
a couple,
what was it like for you?
couple years ago, we sent a couple boys off to the school. Um, I mean, in general, it was so many things all at once, right? Like it was like exciting. I was like, this is what's supposed to happen. I knew like this is the next thing. This is what they're supposed to do. Like, and they're doing it, and this is exciting for them and exciting for us, I guess, too. And I was sad and but then it was like there's, I think, unique details to each individual family. Like they went to school where I went to school. And
Okay.
so like that was kind of like, and that's not why they went there, but like I'm moving them into the dorm and it's the carbon copy dorm of the one I lived in. And I'm like, I lived in this room. Like, like I know this room. I'm leaving my kids 25 years after I moved into this dorm. I'm leaving my boys in the same dorm. Like
That had to feel awesome.
it was awesome and weird and I think another unique thing about that actually was helpful for us and for me especially was I was leaving siblings together.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They always were going to have each other. And like that wasn't necessarily for sure the case because I had one that looked at a couple of schools in Colorado and one that was set on Arkansas the whole time. And so I think it would have been a totally different experience for us and for them if they weren't together.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think having each other made it a little easier to get in the car and drive away.
Um, what made you sad? What made you scared?
Ooh. Well, sad just because of the hole that was left in our house. I mean, it was just, you walk by empty bedrooms and and the hole that was left in our schedule. Like fall rolls around and I was like, yeah, football. I love high school football. And I like go watch and I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I know these kids, but like my kids aren't out there. And so like we're losing and I'm like, I'll leave. Whereas like before, I'm like, no, we are not leaving until the very last second. And I'm looking these fools in the eyes and I'm telling them they did a good job. And now I'm like, kind of
Right.
tired.
Yeah.
It was just that. It was kind of just the end of it was just a massive shift.
Yeah, there's a gap. It's disorienting not to go too heavy on that. But that's
Derek was sad, so the sibling was sad. And so then she's like, I wonder what they're doing right now. And I'm like, well, and then so then the fear kicks in. I'm like, yeah, I do wonder what they're doing right now.
it's scary as a mom, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I was like pretty confident in like their character when I wasn't like, well, I hope they don't do heroin. Like I wasn't.
I mean, I laugh, but that happens. So
Some kids go to college and that's like they want to try it all. Don't
right,
do
right.
heroin, Harp. Uh, but like, but
That's good.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know who they're hanging out with. I've never met these people. They went through Rush and now they're like in a fraternity. And like, what if they're getting hazed? What if someone's holding them down and holding their mouth open and pouring like a gallon of vodka in their throat?
Right.
I mean, I
Yeah.
have anxiety disorder, so I really can cook up some
Cook
stories.
up doozies.
Yeah.
But
Meanwhile, Ryan's like, I bet they're just having the best time ever. Good night. Not worried about it at all.
Yeah, but that brings up another point. Like, okay, let's say that the household is, maybe not every household, but a lot of households are two-parent households, and mom and dad or the two different caregivers, like they have different attitudes about what's happening.
For
You
sure.
know, don't you even care what might happen? I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that. I use that line a lot.
What if he say back to you?
He was like, of course
Oh,
I care. I'm just not worried. And I was like, ugh,
sounds like a therapist.
yeah, annoying.
Mhm. Okay, I appreciate that. All right. Okay, last question in our little mini segment for Allison's family.
Right, because this is what the podcast is my personal.
It is. I'm on it, like on the cover and stuff, but it's about her.
He's decided that it's a bearing of my soul and personal stories.
That's what we're doing.
Wow.
Generally. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but she's being well compensated. So
Eternal dollars.
in eternal dollars. Um, what advice would you give for parents that are in this zone? And a bunch of them. It's a timely episode. We're having graduation parties right now. There's graduation ceremonies.
Yeah.
What's your advice to the people?
Well, I mean, I think you just got to let it happen.
Yeah.
Like, don't fight it. Like, because there are moments of it that are pretty sweet. They're pretty cute. They're pretty, and the like the first time they leave is different than the second year when they go, and the third, and so the first time is it has its, I don't know, just like don't miss it, like soak it up and hug them a long time, and there's a ramp to it. So like I think don't be so like I think Parker and Reese started leaving way before we got in the car to drive to move them in. They started leaving
Yeah.
also, you know what I mean? And so as they're starting to leave, you have to start to let them leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
I have oldest daughter and then two younger brothers with our children and their experiences when we took them off. And I'm also, to our listeners, I'm not trying to say that like everyone in the world sends their kids to college. Like this is about people leaving home, period.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that listen to us, and it's a pretty common experience too. Kids are going off to try a thing, do a thing, maybe leaving home in some form or fashion. When we moved Maggie in, it was very, very hands-on. There was planning the room and putting the stuff together and hanging all the things and moving things around and big trip to Target and blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. And it was very, very involved. And I don't know about you as, a girl and a girl in the South, by the way, which is a different thing too. Like, because like in my experience, 30 some odd years ago, my parents didn't even come.
Oh,
Like, I'm like, love you. I packed up my car and I drove to Norman.
yeah.
And I never saw him there, like in Norman, like hardly at all. But like, so with Maggie, it was like super hands-on. I'm like, well, this is interesting and new. Oh, this is kind of what everybody does. I
Yeah.
didn't really know that.
Yeah.
Which is like weird for some people, but like for me, I just didn't know any better. But then whenever her brothers went to college, it was basically the opposite. It was like, hey, let us help you. So we helped take things and
Mhm.
walked them into the room, and then it was like, well, love you.
I know, I know.
See ya. I'm like, do you want us to like, and man, it's harder on Kristen, right? She wants to take care of her boys, like,
Yes. I was like, should we find somewhere for like it probably makes the most sense for this to go up here, and then we'll slide this thing under here. And they were like, I don't know, we'll figure it out. And I was like, right, without me, you'll figure it out without me. Okay,
right.
bye.
Yeah. And in fact, with Eli, our middle guy, and we took him to Arkansas as well, he did that. And he's like, okay, love you, see you. I'm like, I mean, you want to go get lunch? It's like 1 o'clock. We haven't eaten. And he was like, I think I'm good.
I know.
He's like, I'm ready to live here, but I'm ready to live here. So we went and we had lunch without him, and that was sad.
Yeah, we did that too.
Yeah.
We did
Yeah.
that too.
And so this is part of it. So Harper, tell us a little bit about your situations. Because see, this seems to me that like senior years are almost always about what's next, like crazy. So tell us a little bit about your deal.
Okay, I'm Harper and I'm graduating from Holland Hall in 1 week from today, actually. And I've gone there my whole life since I was 6 years old. And I've lived in Tulsa my whole life, same house my whole life, and I was kind of ready for a change. So whenever I started looking for colleges, I was looking in the Northeast mostly because I had taken a trip to New York with my mom my freshman year and fell in love with the Northeast. And so I think that was the first time whenever my parents realized like, oh, she's actually going far away and that sending me off would be a little different for them than if I were to go to a state school or somewhere more nearby. And so I think they've more come to terms with it throughout my senior year rather than like right now as I'm like about to graduate high school. But I'm going to Boston College this fall, so very far away, no direct flight. So it's definitely going to be a big shift in my family because I'm the oldest and I have 3 little brothers, one of them only being in second grade. So, yeah, a lot to leave behind, but I just keep reminding them that, I mean, they went to Jinx and then to OU and then back to Tulsa. And as of right now, I plan on coming back to Tulsa. It's a great place to raise your family. My whole family will be here still, I assume, especially my brothers all want to go to like OU. But so I just wanted to get away and explore a new corner of the world for 4 years and I'll be back. But I was kind of going stir crazy where I am.
Ready for change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That like, did you feel pushback from like friends or family or whatever, people being like, you can't go that far away? Like, or were people for the most part like, go you, get out of here, or whatever?
So the whole environment, a lot of my friends are actually going up to the Northeast with me. My grade is like special in that way, like we all kind of wanted to go away for college. And of course we still have people going to close schools, like probably half our grade is going to schools nearby, but I think the other half of our grade is very like diverse in what we wanted. We even have a girl going to play field hockey in Scotland.
Yeah.
So we even have the overseas component, but I mean, my family was probably the most hesitant to it. I remember I felt so bad. My junior year, we walked into a meeting with my college counselor and she like pointed to a map of the US on our wall and was like, so what area are you thinking for college? And I went up and put my arms across the entire middle of the US and only left California and the East Coast sticking out and said, nowhere in here. And I looked back and my dad's face just dropped. And it made me so sad. And so summer going into senior year, I started double clutching, being like, is it worth going away? And like I got pushback from more distant family members too, because I mean, every single one of my cousins has gone to OU, Arkansas, OSU, or KU, and that's it. That's where the list ends. And
Yeah.
So, and we all live here, except I have 2 uncles who are pilots who fly here all the time. And
Yeah.
so there's no limitations to like that, and we see each other all the time. But
I mean, they want to see you,
I know.
but that's an interesting emotional thing. It's a twist. It's
Mhm.
like, I want this, and some families like they can pull this off, and some families can't. Like, so there's this interesting dynamic that starts happening where this kiddo has been differentiating and starting to kind of like create his or her own space. And can the parents allow that? How hands-on are they? And then these choices about what we want versus what I want. And that sometimes that can feel bad. There's like guilt and shame and all kinds of weird stuff there. Okay, 2 questions for you, which might be, I mean, this might be heavy, I'm not sure. vulnerability, or pressure, do you have fears about not just going far away, but just about what's next? I would think that would be normal.
Um, no, I feel like now there's less pressure and it's more like excitement for me. But definitely when I was applying, I kept telling people like, oh, these are the places I applied, and they realized they were all far away. Um, I felt a lot of pressure to stay close. Like someone's mom would like make a comment like, "Oh, how's your family gonna like survive without you? Like you do so much for your brothers. Who's gonna drive your brothers? Like what's your mom gonna do without you with a bunch of boys in the house?" And it would like tug my heart a little bit and make me feel bad about leaving. But um, I mean, I'm also their like child. Like I feel like my brothers are my siblings rather than I'm not their mom, even though sometimes
Right.
I feel like it, but like they're not reliant on me in that way. And so once everyone kind of accepted that I was going away, I feel like it turned into excitement. And then I mean, no one tells you, but like the beginning of senior year when you're applying and you have no idea where you're going, for some people, that's how it was for me. But some people know where they want to go and go there. But um, that was the most stressful part was figuring out where I was going. And I mean, honestly, right now, like grad season and going into summer, it's a super exciting time. And I just
Yeah.
celebrated and supported. Like I haven't felt like it's a mistake going away these past few months once I've like accepted it and told everyone. I think people can see my genuine excitement about the school I'm going to.
Yeah.
But what was the other question besides
Fears?
pressure?
Any
Oh,
fears?
fears. I actually just recently went to the Admitted Students Day at Boston. That was my third time visiting Boston College. But I went and I was expecting a bunch of other people from far away to be there. Because they do have like a very geographically diverse class, but um, everyone I saw had Massachusetts on their tag or New York. Saw a lot of Chicago, few California, and I was like, "Hi, I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma," and I felt a little out of place, but it's just been hard. I'm scared about finding a roommate. That's a big one because I literally can't. Like, I don't know anyone who's going besides one person from Tulsa, but she did early decision and found out she was going there and got a roommate back in like November. But that's something unique to my college is well over half the people do early decision, and there's probably only a third or less of us that are admitted regular decision. And then so I feel kind of on the outs in that way, but
Makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, the roommate thing is, I've got to believe is stressful. And I'm learning through all the youngsters. Um, so like I grew up in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and I went to the University of Arkansas, but I intentionally was like trying to not have high school 2.0. So I was like, we back then we called it go potluck. I'm gonna go potluck and just see who I get. I'm just gonna like see who I get put with. And like I got a roommate and like it was not great. It wasn't like the worst, but it wasn't great. And we were not like very good friend. Like she ended up leaving in semester. Actually, then I got the room to myself, which was kind of awesome. But like now I feel like because of things like like people have like, oh, I picked my roommate. I met her on, we like met on Instagram and we've been like DMing and you're like dating, like talking, like you're like dating a roommate and like or a potential, and they're like, yeah, I think we're gonna live together. Like, is that is that kind of like how it goes now? You can
yeah,
just like,
it's that's a big stress point right now for a lot of us trying to find roommates is you literally have to like online date other girls, or if you're a guy, you have to go like hang out with the other guys and meet them. But like it's so hard to tell what a person's like over their Instagram page. That's what I'm doing is scrolling through these girls' Instagrams and I'm like, how am I supposed to like have an opinion on them when I can just see what they look like and text them
right.
and but that's definitely the culture now is you need to do this like online dating thing with potential roommates because a lot of times like people frown upon doing potluck and I thought there was like nothing wrong with that, but just so many people find their roommate before they go to college now that it feels like if you do potluck, like you don't have friends or like something like that.
I remember
Yeah.
feeling like that because I didn't go Greek,
Yeah.
and I'm like, there were other people in my boat, but like there just weren't structures set up for connection out of the gate. I mean, there were, but I think I was too proud to set foot in some of them.
Mm.
That happens a lot. You don't know what your deal is, who to be with or where to go, and it's a new map. You know,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And it is, yeah. And I remember every decision felt monumental. It's like they all feel huge, It's like, well, if I do this or do this? Do I rush? Do I not rush? Do I, or not? And I mean, at 44, I can look back and go, yeah, some of those weren't as big of a deal as I thought they were. And I know for every story like me, I know like 10 stories of somebody who went potluck and they were like, and it was like my literal best friend. And I'll tell you, my roommate and I weren't friends necessarily, but the girl next door to me, we ended up pledging the same sorority. We were in each other's weddings, like, and that just happened. Like, and obviously, like my boys knew each other, so they knew what kind of roommate they were getting. But their best friends to this day are all these guys that were happened to be on the same floor as them in their dorm. And so like it the connections just they'll be there. You're not going to be without people. But you're in a unique spot because of being at the same school since pre-K, fours or whatever, that you haven't had to make friends in a while,
yeah.
like make new friends in a while. But
Well, I
through
think
your,
the other day, well, I've said it with you on the podcast. I might have even said it to you, just talking about this a little bit with you, because Harper and I have known each other for a week,
yeah,
so there's that.
yeah,
But this idea that like change creates chaos, always, like it has to.
Hmm.
Our norm of life, it's a homeostatic. This is what we do. We're used to all of it. Every relationship, be it a human relationship or the relationship with our surroundings or our past or whatever. And so it's really structured. And so change creates chaos. It literally has to. And I'm curious about, I mean, mainly like real friendships. Like I would think that with you and your classmates that there's maybe some mourning, or maybe mourning's a strong word, but like there's this acknowledgement that things are going to change with us, and that would be probably really hard. But then also what you just said, Allison, like this kind of like excitement for like there's these new people in the world that I'm going to get to meet.
mm,
You didn't think about that stuff at all?
Yeah, I mean, that hit all of us, especially on the last day of school. It's like known we have a mod schedule at Holland Hall, and the last two mods, which is like last 45 minutes of your last day of classes senior year, everyone leaves class and we all just go to the commons, and everyone's in like a giant, like almost mosh pit of people, and it's underclassmen and upperclassmen, and everyone's just crying, and we're all so sad. And I think that's unique to Holland Hall because I have so many friends there that are the greatest people ever, and the only reason I ever see them or hang out with them is because of our proximity at school because we have
yeah,
people in my grade.
Yeah.
And so I think our sadness on that day was like saying goodbye to those people who we just like life was going to take us in separate directions, and we have love for each other and like have so much respect for each other and would love to see each other again, but I mean you just can't have 80 friends going into college. And so like that day especially, like I was hugging on some of the people who I had grown up with and like known, but like they weren't in my friend group per se outside of school that I knew I wouldn't see them as much over the summer as like my close friends. And so that was just um hard because you can't keep all your friends like that. But
Mhm.
You can't. I remember talking to people that are getting married, and there's this idea like change and then commitment to your change, like has this like paradoxical effect, which is like this. It's like when you're free to like have all these choices, like it feels when you go to make a change, it feels like you're going to restrict those choices, and you are. You're going to go away, and many of the people that you've had relationships with, those relationships are going to drift. And then you might have the opportunities to come back and forth, but like they're going to drift. And so if you got to hang on to all that stuff, like you're really faced with a choice because if you're going to hang on to all that, then the next opportunity in your life is like actually you don't experience that freedom. But when you kind of let go and you're like, I'm in, I'm going to get to know these people, like new freedoms get created. Like
Yeah,
marriage commitments that way. I mean, like I like when people are like, gosh, you mean I'm not going to ever date anyone else in my life except for like monogamy, like marriage that goes the distance. And now, and Alison, you've been married a long time. I've been married a really long time. And we can speak to kind of like all the things in life that got created as a result of our proximity and that commitment. And you can think back to college and like there's things or your time at a job or whatever. And so it's chaotic and that change is really difficult. That transition it'll be hard. But it's the both hands thing, right? Like we talked about over and over. It's like this is hard, acknowledge it, tell the truth. Tell the truth about it. I don't like this piece of it. And then on the other side, there's like opportunity and gratitude and curiosity. And like if you can kind of have these guys be your co-pilots, while you've got things that keep you together and that you have gratitude for, your relationship with God, your relationship with your family, knowing that you can go back to them or that you can ask them for help, that's huge. But you got to do the thing in order to see what's out there. You have to, you know.
for sure. And I think that, and I actually kind of bag on the digital world pretty often, actually. So I'm about to compliment social media and the phone and the digital technology situation. I think it actually increases connectivity in some ways. Like it will make it easier. You can just pop a text off to your friend that's going to school in Texas because it's that easy. You don't have to go back to your dorm and pull out the long distance prepaid calling card and call them and hope they're in their dorm room. And if they answer, yeah, this was my real truth. Um, and so many, you can like pull up the thing and you're like, oh, I know right where they are. I can see them. I can see where they are on Snap Map or whatever, or Life 360 or whatever the hell you guys have. I don't have it. I don't have all that.
We have Life 270.
What?
We have Life 270.
You're like, I just want to know a little bit about them.
Here's where people can hide.
I just want to know this much about their life.
They can go away and they don't.
If I know this much about their life, I'll have a panic attack all day long.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that helps parents too. Like the like I can, well, we heard a song the other night, some song that we used to sing as a family that really annoyed one of the boys. And Ryan's like, oh, look what popped up on the Spotify, and like sends it off. And that's like, it's not a phone call. No one has to pick up the phone. We're not like, but we can just do that. And like, I think those little things help. Now, I will say, parents out there listening, do not be surprised. And maybe it's a boy thing. Don't be surprised if the great majority of communication is initiated by you and not the kid that has gone away, unless they need money. Um, we do hear from them
That's
money. Um,
So, I mean, we're focusing on kind of the kid experience right now, but I want to do another one of these and focus on the parent experience. Um, but I do want to ask this, like, how does power change? I guess is my question. Because it feels like what I'm hearing from you, Allison, is just like parents, we got to let go. You know, because we've seen parents that are like not involved at all. And we've seen parents that are like ridiculously hyper involved and they're doing Life 360 and they're like just doing all the stuff. Like you're gonna be walking around in this new place and making choices and stuff. So what's helpful and harmful? Like when you think of like how a parent should let go or shouldn't let go. You're not a parent, but as a kid, I would be curious what your opinion is of that.
I know some parents think it's like a safety thing, and I can totally see that side of it, but like Life 360, well, my family just has never done it. We did Find My iPhone on Apple, and you like share your location, and we did that, and even it got to a point where anytime I'd leave school on privileges, my mom would be able to see it and she'd call me. I'd leave the gate and she'd call me, and I was like, Mom, you have got to stop stalking me. I mean, and I have so many friends that feel the exact same way. And she's like, I just wanted to talk to you as soon as you left. And I was like, Mom, like, you shouldn't know, like, when I'm leaving school to go get a sandwich. Like, I need space.
Go, just preach, bring that stuff.
But,
Come on.
um, I mean, it's not even like it's not like we're all sneaky kids and we're trying to do something bad at all. Um, but it's making I feel like the culture now is like with Life 360 and everything, it just makes us kids so much more anxious because I just feel constantly watched.
Somebody's always
No one
watching
wants
you.
to feel watched all the time. I want privacy. I'm not a little kid who needs to be watched all the time anymore. And if I go and live by myself, that's supposed to give me like a degree of independence, and being watched all the time, I feel like just severs that opportunity for you to grow respect between you and your parent by showing them like I can live life on my own and I am capable of doing this. But yeah, I and it made my mom anxious too. Like she was always checking it. Like, why is that a big part of your day? Like,
Yeah.
well, like I am fine. I'm out Holland Hall, and
Yeah.
but
I think
yeah. So
we all know too much.
I actually had to like it was like a conversation that Ryan and I had together. I was like, I don't think I can get through Life 360. Like I don't think I can handle it. Like I'm not worried. I'm really not worried about them. And it was obviously a conversation once they started driving, right? Like we wanted to make sure they were okay. We wanted to make yeah, like if they got in a wreck, like or whatever. Like I mean, honestly, Holland Hall just lived through its own worst case scenario and the number one reason why parents get Life 360 that honestly and I was like I know myself I will watch this thing all day long. I I will know like whatever versions of it that you can pay for like premium or whatever and like you can know how many miles over the speed limit they're driving and did they brake too soon or not soon enough. Like, no, I can't I can't handle knowing that. Like, and so we did kind of what your family did. I was like, I just need to know where their dot is. And even that, like I granted Ryan permission to be like, hey, seems like you're kind of looking at that a lot. You good? And
yeah.
I
and so
just
even that I have to like keep in check. But I think what not to speak for you, Harper, but like what you get rid of is that behavior, but what you keep is the heart behind it is I love you so much and I want you safe and I want you happy and I want you good and I it makes me happy to know that you're good. Like and that never leaves, I don't think.
If you're a decent parent, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you're a decent parent, which
Of course you are. You're the most
of
decent.
course you are. And of course your parents are. And so like I think if there are other ways that we can show that still give you space, like what are those ways? And I don't know, maybe that's different in different people's families. Um,
I'm just trying to imagine what it would have been like for me to be on the receiving end of that.
Yeah. I have,
Where are you going? I'm like,
oh, Judy Shelby would have been all over Life 360.
he?
yeah.
Can I? I mean, come on.
I mean, yeah, and I feel bad because sometimes like they'd ask, "Where are you going?" and I'd snap on them like,
Mm.
but it was just because it's so abrupt and you're like, I mean, it's like if you find out there's a camera in your bathroom, like literally sometimes it feels like that, and you're like, "Holy," but no, there's definitely other ways to, especially after last year. A lot of my friends and I, there's a feature on Snapchat. I don't even share my location with any of them. I share it with like two friends. I have multiple friends, and we turned on a feature on that Snapchat provides. I'm sure Apple provides the same one, but it's like a home like arrival notification, and it has my home address. And when it sees that I'm like at home, it sends a like notification out to my friends being like Harper arrived at home. And
Mm,
so that's just like because like I'll leave my friend's house and then she's like laying in bed about to go to sleep and then sometimes you can't sleep unless you get that and see oh Harper arrived.
Yeah.
So that's something and they can't even see my moving location but they know when I've gotten somewhere.
yeah.
It feels like that, we're in a technological space and it's not expensive, that there's probably some in between spaces. And you got to remember, we've talked about this over and over. When your brain is on trauma, when your brain is on chronic stress, when you have a historical sort of an injury space, when it comes to that, all or nothing is how we roll, dude. We either ignore or we hyper engage. We either act in or we act out. But whenever we're in a more healthy space and the frontal lobe is kind of the one that's calling the shots, we can live in between spaces. We can do a
Mhm.
little bit of that or a lot of that or some of that or none of that. We have choices. And so when it comes to sort of this communication and safety issue, when the kids leave the home, like that's a really important conversation to have. And there's also got to be a transfer of power. I mean,
Yeah.
is a real thing. But if you're a parent and you're like, I don't want my kids just to spend all my money. I'm like, well then like set limits, like
Mhm.
come up with a thing. Um,
Again, it's not all or nothing, right?
yeah.
And Ryan was always just really good. He's just really good at everything, honestly. It's
I don't
so
think he's really good at
like annoying, but it's awesome.
there's things that
He's
he's
like so mentally healthy and
not
so
good at like being
balanced.
clean cut. There's that.
No. But
He's
he is very clean.
he's clean, but he's not clean cut. He sucks at that. And I
'Cause
I feel so sad for you and your family that you don't have a clean cut husband father figure. That's hard. I know
I've actually never seen his face, like
yeah,
ever.
he told me that yesterday. He said the
Yep.
last time he cut it was when one of his buddies asked for him to shave it off for $100, and this was like I don't even know. Had to have been like
the
close to
last
two
time
decades
you
ago.
really needed
I
a
think the boys were like one or something when that happened.
This just happened, Luke Freeman. This has been stuck in my head. Luke Freeman and his son were going to be in a triathlon together. Okay. Wyatt.
Yeah.
And like he hadn't done one in forever. And I saw Luke came to my staff meeting on Monday and he was completely clean shaven.
Oh,
The guy who had had a beard probably since college,
yeah.
like full beard for 25 years. And I'm like, wow. Well, what gives? This was so good. He was like, well, I needed a competitive advantage that I could muster up to beat my son in the triathlon.
Oh my
And
God.
I'm like, you literally shaved your beard so you would have a faster swim time. He's like, well, I mean, that was the bit. Yeah. It was a joke. He did it as a joke. I'm like, he was all in. It was amazing. So anyway,
No,
anyway,
Wait, does
no. But like having a conversation with the boys before they left for school saying, "Hey, listen, we aren't going to watch your every move." Okay? Like I had the upper hand, right? Like for the most part, because it's the town I grew up in, when they're dots at such and such, I'm like, I know where that is. I know what that place is. Like, and he's like, so we're not going to do that, and all that we ask is that if you're going to leave town, whether that's you're going to head to Norman and see your buddies, or, Formal last year was in Austin, or you're driving up to St. Louis for a concert, whatever. If you're going to leave town, could you just give us the heads up?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
And they were like, yes, we can do that.
Yeah.
And 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 it kind of was this way in high school too. Like, it's unless you give us a reason to not trust you or believe you, or like, unless we need to stalk you, like, we're not. But the minute you give me a reason, I'm on it. I'm very good at it if I need to be. Like,
Wazowski, always watching you.
always watching.
Yeah. I I think that like there is a massive book of stuff that needs to be talked about when our kids are gaining independence, leaving home, coming back, maybe staying with us, and what does it all mean? And the winning formula is always about like breathing, not letting your fear become their fear, and vice
Yeah.
versa, and talking about it, like coming to an understanding of what people want and what they're willing to do over and over and over.
Well, I think
We're approachable, right?
Yeah. And
that's the shift, I think. Like, as you get older, like when your kid is 3, there's not a lot of negotiation.
Correct.
It's just like, I tell you, this is what's for dinner, and you have to eat this many green beans or you don't get dessert. Like, sorry, dude. Like, and this is when you go to bed, and no, we're not going to watch another show.
Right.
Like, and then now it's I can't, it's not like that. Like, it's still my house. In our house, it's me and Ryan's house. We live there together. It's
Mhm.
still our house. It's still our family. It's still our money and and so it's not that we don't have any say, but the way that we do it is just different now. Like, and that's hard. It's hard to give them a say. It,
But they
it,
gotta have it.
but they get to have it. They
Yeah.
get to have it, and they need to have it.
And if we could all have our way, it would all happen gradually. But it'll probably come in bits and jumps and bits and pieces.
yeah, there should be like, or there probably is like a book of like a million conversations you need to have with your parents before you leave. And I mean, some of them you just forget about. But
Mhm.
one of the best conversations I've been having with my parents was because of this class I took this semester, which is, I think, is pretty unique to Holland Hall, but it's called financial literacy. And so I've been talking with them about like how to become financially independent and like personal finance. I had no idea about any of it. And like in college, like, when are you going to open your first credit card? Like, you're going to be a college student where you can, and you can start building credit. How do you build credit? And like, just stuff like that. And it's all like a conversation with your parents. And then it helps figure out like financial stuff for college too. And
It's huge.
yeah,
Huge.
that'd be valuable for everyone.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
have that whole involved.
Yeah, and there was little things like that that I remember we talked about, and then I think we were literally walking out of their dorm room, and I like turned around really fast and I was like, you can't put metal in the microwave, right? They were like, yes.
Yes, we know that.
And I was like, okay, because it's really important that you don't do that.
Guys, I did not know that like 2 years ago, and I did it. And my dad, and it started like popping and making like really loud sounds. My dad, well, he played football. He still is like one of the like, I think he still has the third most rushing yards at Jinx. He came through. I got like fully tackled, and he like grabbed the microwave and like threw it open. He was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "What?" And he's like, "You can't microwave metal." And then he started. So that's, I actually learned a lot that day. He started going down the list. He's like, "You can't microwave that like plastic bowl. It's gonna melt. You can't microwave that." But he started going down the list of things you can't do. And what is it? I don't even remember. You can't mix like something when you're cleaning and it makes like ammonia. He started just like spewing all these things. And I was like,
That's a
okay.
great title for the podcast. You can't microwave metal.
You can't though. And that was like my parting knowledge. I was like, please let us know if you go out of town. We love you so much. And oh my God, never put metal in the microwave.
Right.
Like, okay, bye.
I'm gonna go meet some people.
Okay, we're gonna go not be here. Okay, bye. Love you.
Oh, that is so good. I don't know if you remember this, Allison, but you have a meeting at 2, and we have
I
like
remember.
over an hour. Like this has been awesome.
Well, and here's what I want. I'm going on the record as saying this, so Drew, don't cut this. I want Harper, would you talk to us during Christmas break?
Yeah.
Oh, for the podcast, yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Because another thing Holland Hall does that I think is unique to Holland Hall is they have, I think it's a year-long class, maybe it's semester class called Senior Seminar, right?
Yes. That's second semester senior year too. That was
Second semester, yeah. And then the whole idea is like to topics and things to kind of like prep them for what they bring police officers in and talk about like, here's what the blood alcohol level is, and you'll get a DUI if you do this and whatever, like various forms of readying students to be out in the world.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. And nothing makes you ready for what you're about to do.
That's okay.
Yeah. And that's like part of it. Like that's part of the money of it. And so what you have to say after one semester, even just one semester, I think will be really cool to hear. Like, here's what I thought it was going to be like, and I was right. And here's what I thought it was going to be like, and man, was I wrong. I think we would like to have you back.
Allison, do you mind talking to our booking team?
Please, I will. Yeah. I'll have my people
Okay.
get with your people and her people. And
They don't exist.
Yeah, my people is me.
yeah, our people is us. You're looking at our people. Everyone's people. We're all together.
That's right.
Um,
Okay, we gotta shut it down.
we gotta shut it down.
So much more to talk about.
Let's say the thing, because Harper needs to hear you say the thing.
You're killed. You're like very
Oh yeah, you're like a professional podcaster.
Yeah.
You should get a personalized license plate.
Podcast R.
No.
Podcast art.
Podcast R. All right.
But Harper needs to hear the blessing because she needs
Here's
to
the
go out
blessing.
into
The
the
blessing,
world.
you guys, all of the hundreds or thousands, depending upon the thing, of people that listen. Okay, remember, you're no more important than anyone else in the world. And so that humility is a big, big deal, right? Like the people around you matter. We need to take care of them. You are no more important than any of these other people. Also, you are as important as everyone else in the world. You get a vote. So take care of yourself. Give yourself energy as well as the others around you. And go back and forth, like weigh those things. We want to thank everybody at GPS Therapies because they're an awesome team that make this possible. Thank Drew King. He's my favorite youngest son. That is this.
You know what's going to be really interesting?
What?
My prediction is that because Harper is on this and she has a lot of friends
Yeah.
and a lot of family and they're very close and they love each other so much.
Like tens of thousands.
The numbers are going to skyrocket. And then next week, they're going to just settle right back down.
Go back in, but I feel like maybe we're exploiting. I don't know. It feels kind of.
So I actually think we are not all as important as.
That's right. Harper, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Harper.